Add to stream. I think we're good. Can you guys hear me? Let me make this big. There we go. Well, what about the chat? There you go. Show chat. All right, can you guys hear me? Good to go? I'm on a laptop today, so it's going to be a little bit weird. Boom. There we go. How's it going, Trent? What's up, Richard? How's it going, guys? Well, I'm glad you guys can hear me. What's up, Kyle? How's it going? What's up, Rami? Osman, how's it going? Sitting Bull. Damn, that's a good name. Let me get my coffee. Not on point. Not on point. What's up, Ethan? How's it going, guys? How are things? Okay, I'm gonna have to. Oh man, I think I'm starting to realize that I'm getting old because my eyesight's getting a little bit off. I'm on a laptop today, guys. I think it's got a 13-inch screen, so it's kind of hard to see. I try to put at a distance a little bit. I'm doing good, man. What's up, Adam? How are things, man? Starting to see some usual names over here. What's up, Brandy? Welcome back. Bob, how's it going? What's the topic? Well, Bob, you're going to determine the topic. I want comment section to ask me questions, and I can kind of try to answer them as best as I can. But I do want to bring up something. It's politics. I'm not known to be the political guy. But there's something I just realized today. Somebody, let's just say I discovered somebody, and I want to share that person with you guys. I think that person is awesome. But not now, later on. Sitting at home, Ethan. Okay. That's good. Boom. I got to take a business over here. Got to keep reaching to kind of take certain actions over here. There you go. Eddie, thanks for the question, brother. Kaya, which would you choose for your EDC? Meta MC9 or Shield Plus? That's a good question. The reason I'm having this like little moment, they're both great guns. Okay, first of all, they're absolutely great. But I've got more time with Shield Plus than MC9. I legit just fired. We've got a Canik video coming up, by the way. If you're not subscribed to Classic Firearms YouTube or Rumble, definitely do that, guys, because some cool content coming up. We just did a video on, and by the way, these whole live streams, one of the advantages, besides obviously us live getting to know each other, but also you guys get to have some spoilers, like some advanced notices, right? For some of the videos, like I'm telling you right now, Canik video is coming up. We just shot a really cool Canik video because they're just good guns, right? So we did a video on that. And that's when I shot the MC9 for the very first time. Good gun, great gun. But Shield Plus is my choice because I've got more experience with it as of right now. Now this answer may change if I have more experience with the MC9. So that's the honest answer. There you go. Wait. There you go. Merve. Springfield or Glock? Springfield for me right now because I like that echelon. Pretty good. What else we got? Steve Mills. All right, let's see. Red Dot Sight or EOTech, which one and why? Okay, so we did a video on that a while back, me and Clint. Check Classic Firearms on EOTech versus Aimpoint T2. I think that's what the video was. Definitely watch that video. So I am a red dot guy. I like to just look at a dot, put that dot on wherever I want to shoot, press on the trigger. That's me. Now, there's a case to be made for the holographic sight with the, 65 MOA, the ring, and then a 2 MOA or 1 MOA dot in the center, and that your brain centers on your target faster, theoretically, scientifically. So you theoretically acquire your sights better or faster with a holographic sight. I don't have much experience with that, so I go with a red dot. But don't take my word for it, man. They're both very, very good. So I would say whichever one you have, you train with it, you'll be just fine. What else? Some questions. All right, so goodbye, dude. No mercy. What else? Wait, what is this question? Hold on. What would be your 2A? Or when when China or Russia invades gun? Well, I'll tell you this. I know you put when over there. I hope it's an if, for sure. Whatever you use, I hope you have enough ammo with you because you're gonna need it. But I would definitely want a rifle caliber. That's me. What else? Hold on. By the way, I'm a little bit slow to react because this laptop screen is really, really small, guys. I'm trying to get to it. Hold on. Let's see what this is. Brostovich. Okay. Doing an odd FBI rifle clone. Should I go at Colt FBI barrel or CHF Daniel Defense barrel? Colt. If you want the right way, Colt. That's it. I'm gonna try to go up and actually find some other questions, guys. Dude. Okay, so my computer crapped the bed. Okay, so my hard drive got fried on its own. By the way, I'll even show you. I don't know what I put that thing. Do not ever buy this ADATA SSD. Where is it? Hold on. This is brand new, guys. Literally, this computer is less than a year old. I spent so much money on it. Here's an SSD called, what is it? ADATA SSD. M.2 SSD. Spent so much money on it. Put the Windows in here too. This is the C drive, right? This as well. It was designated as C drive. It fried out of the blue, just on its own. This computer was never moved, anything like that. So, anyways, I'm using my laptop right now because of that. So it's the interface is a little bit different. So I'm having a hard time kind of keeping up with it because normally I have two screens. Bigger screens, got the mouse, able to navigate through things. So I'm a little bit slow. So please excuse me on this. Okay, I'm gonna look for some questions right now. What is this? Tyler, looking at getting an AR-15. Can you point me in a good direction under 1,000? Dude, there's so many options. We've got. Okay, how about this? Tyler, watch Clint's video. Okay, top 5 AR-15s. Okay, watch that video. I think it was published maybe less than 2 weeks ago. Watch that video. I think that's going to give you really good insight. So go to Classic Firearms when the live stream is over and watch Clint's video. I think he has made some really good points. That'll guide you in the right direction. Probably. Let's see. Oh, 13th. Welcome back, dude. Oh, wait. Put that on the screen. What's going down, man? I'm having a very splendid Thursday. It's a beautiful day. I got my workout in. I got 2 workouts in. I woke up early in the morning, went for a run, just a couple miles, walked around a little bit, and then it freaking stormed like crazy here in Charlotte. And I just got back from the gym, got a little lift session, went to Chipotle, got myself some food, and got my coffee in my hand, and I'm chatting with my favorite folks. So it's a great Thursday, man. It's awesome. How about yours? What are you up to? And welcome back, by the way. Okay, what else we got here? David, I'd like to build an SBR. I'm leaning towards a 10.5. Oh, what's my take on it? I absolutely seal of approval over here, man. If you need it, 10.5 inch. Oh man, if you get it right, if you do it right, the right components, right. 10.5 inch is beautiful, dude. When I was at the bureau, we had the 11.5 inch barrel. It was fine, but 10.5 inch for CQB applications, it's great. I understand the whole, what is the full powder burn is what, after like 12 inches or something like that. I don't care. 10.5 inch AR for CQC applications, fantastic option. I'd love it. A little concussive, but love it. Yeah. Make sure you put a muzzle brake on it too. It's gonna be real concussive then. What else? Renee, welcome, dude. How's it going, Renee? Any recommendations on MPX suppressors and a setup advice? Looking at rugged. Okay. I have limited experience when it comes to suppressors, right? However, I'll tell you this. Huxworks has been super impressive. Like we've been here at Classic, like we actually test a bunch of different ones, right? But Huxworks, the flow through technology has been very impressive. So I would, based on what I've seen so far, I would vote for Huxworks. You wouldn't go wrong with that. I think they're a little pricey, but they're worth it. So, Ahmad, I'm also a trooper in New York City, so in New York State. Should I carry more mag with me, you think? I mean, more than 3 mags. It's a good question. Anybody who doesn't know, I used to be a trooper myself. Illinois State Police, good old days. I carried 3 mags on me. Well, on the reason I did, well, 3 extra mags I'm talking about, right? Not the one on the gun. I carried 3 extra mags. And the reason I did that, I've always carried 2 mags and 1 in the gun. So 15 rounds, let's just say 15 rounds, because I carried 40 caliber. So like 45 rounds, I was like, that's good to go. 1 in the chamber, 46, 1 for the road, right? There was a shooting in New Lenox, Illinois, police shooting. So a police officer pulled over a pickup truck and approached the car on the driver's side in a parking lot at night. And the dude just opened up on the police officer. And police officer just ran back to his car as he's getting shot at. He's hit in the back of the leg and 1 in the vest and 1 in the shoulder as he's running back. This police officer immediately took cover behind his patrol vehicle as he's trained. He dumped 50, I don't remember what caliber it was, a while back. He dumped, guys, he dumped his entire magazine, reloaded, dumped the other, reloaded, dumped the other. He ran out of ammo within seconds, and he sat there for over a minute without any ammunition on him, on his person. That was it. No ammunition on him. The bad guy is still not wounded at all. The threat still exists downrange, and the officer behind his vehicle just basically helpless. And so anyways, his partner arrives on scene, flanks this guy from a 40-yard distance, I think, takes a shot, ends the guy. Goodbye. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the officer survives. After that video, after I saw that video, I literally went and dumped. I was a local police officer back then. I dumped my double mag pouch, dumped that, ordered a triple, open top. I put an extra magazine in there. So as a trooper, you're alone, dude. As a trooper, I've requested backup numerous times. Sometimes it would take 20 minutes to get to me. So you're on your own. Do not rely on a backup. So as a trooper, I would recommend you to have definitely extra mags on you. Now, you don't want to also weight yourself. Like you don't want to also put too much stuff on yourself, because then you're not going to be able to move. But have stuff with you. Have stuff with you in your car's kit as well. But on your person, 3 mags. I think I'd definitely vote for that. By the way, thank you for what you do, Ahmad. Appreciate you. I'm using my freaking mouse. I have a laptop here. There you go. Either that or don't miss. And newsflash to all of you guys out there, you're gonna miss. I promise you. Unfortunately, that's the dynamic of a gunfight. You do. But hopefully not all of them, right? Hopefully not all of them. And what remedies that? Training. So you got to train yourself. You don't rise to the occasion, bro. You just fall back to the level of your training in a stressful situation. Subconscious takes over. You're an autopilot. Whatever training you have, that's what you're going to do. If you got nothing, you're going to be a deer in a headlight. That's what's going to happen to you. So don't be that guy. Don't experience that pucker moment in a real life scenario. Experience that during training. Moving on. Let's see. Wait. Oh, wait. I'm trying to see. What's up, Nate? How's it going? Hey, I'm looking to purchase my first suppressor for something Dumby proof. Okay. It'll go with my 10.5-inch AR 5.56. Again, Nate, welcome, by the way. Thanks for asking the question. I don't have much experience when it comes to suppressors. Very limited experience. I would say Huxworks, man. I mean, their stuff is so simple, like this 3D printed, one piece flow through technology. So you really don't have to mess with your gas settings, and it works. So I would vote for that. Those guys, and the cool guys too. They're very good guys. So let's see. Trying to, man, I can't. There you go. Hold on. By the way, keep asking, guys. If I don't answer your question, like please. If I, for some reason, don't answer your question, I probably didn't see it. Even if I don't know the answer, I'll probably tell you that I don't know the answer, but I won't ignore it. So ask me the questions. If I don't see it, ask it again. I'll eventually see it. Okay, there you go. Eric, would you pick AR or 6-spear? Oh, dude, I really like that 6-spear LT 5.56 though. So I would pick the 6-spear, but I would ditch that skeleton stock. I'd put a buffer AR, like buffer style tube, and my stock of choice, like the B5. I like those. Maybe a little too big for that, but I put something other than the skeleton stock and good to go. Deck it out the way I like it. Shoots really well. SIG did a good job on that one. I know they had some issues like the barrel flexing and stuff like that. So I don't know what the status is on that, but I personally did not have any issues whatsoever when I was shooting that. When it comes to accuracy, it was dead on every time. So yeah, spear would be my choice. However, a little pricey, and I'm broke, so I'm probably gonna go get myself a AR. What else? I really am trying to find questions. Oh, Bob, thoughts on the Fold AR? I've never fired him. I've seen him. I remember Clinton Ryan talking about him, and they were talking really highly, like good things about him. So sounds like a good gun, but I have zero experience with them. They seem like cool folks though. All right. What's up, Devil? Good seeing you, man. I'm doing great. How are you? Yeah, I keep asking those questions because I am trying to, this laptop is slowing me down. KGB or FBI, which one is better? Since I worked in both of them, I'm qualified to answer, right? Come on. I don't know, man. KGB. What kind of question is that? I don't know. So we're going to move on. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Wait. Boo. What would be some upcoming firearms you're excited about and would potentially get? That's a good question. What I would like to get is the Springfield Helion. That thing is a good gun. I heard from Ryan that it's actually on Call of Duty. It's one of the best guns. But no, in real life, Helion is a pretty good gun. And what else is coming up? Something that's coming up. Nothing that I can think of. I mean, we talked about Spear. I liked Spear. Just a good old AR. I think they're just like, I'm good. I've got multiple ARs, so I really don't want another AR right now. Like, I'd like to get something a little bit different. But yeah, nothing crazy. My most recent gun is the Springfield Echelon, the handgun. I just hand stipple that thing and love that thing so far, but I need to test it more. So that's about it, man. I don't really have much thoughts. I do want to get the PTR 91. Anything else I can think of? I'm trying to think. What else? Of all those guns. Oh, I would love to have the U.S. Arms Co. Azrael. Stay tuned for the bolt gun series, guys. Bolt gun series. Like, there's going to be 6 episodes. You guys are going to love those. It's me, Matt, Clint, and Ryan. Ryan, the guy behind the camera, you're going to see him in front of the camera this time. So me, Matt, Clint, Ryan, we're going against each other with multiple different guns. So it's going to be the Savage Arms for Matt, Bergara for Clint, and Aero Precision for Ryan, and I got the U.S. Arms Co. Azrael. Got to watch the series. So yes, I would love to have Azrael. We're going to have my classic firearms, so I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to get one someday, but it's yeah, it's a little pricey, but it's absolutely worth it. So moving on. What else we got? Man, I got to go all the way down because I'm pretty sure there's new questions here. I was all the way up there. Rico, you like the new Springfield Echelon? Dude, I love it. Like, no BS. I have no affiliation with Springfield. They're not our sponsors, none of that stuff. Everything I tell you is my personal opinion, honest opinion. Love it. Love it. One thing I'd say is get the, I mean, everybody's different, so that I can't really even recommend this, but I don't like the U-shaped rear sight. I like the 2 dot in the back, right? So that my eye picks that up a lot better. I mean, it's got mine's got the Trijicon RMR, so I don't really use the iron sights. But if you're not using a red dot, definitely get one of those like 3 dot systems. In my opinion, that's better. So, yeah, Springfield Echelon is really good, dude. Dude, I wish I could show you guns, man. I just did a little stippling job on my Springfield XDS, a gun that I bought like 10 years ago, I think. I just bought a gun 10 years ago. I bought that gun. Where is it? I don't know where I put it. Anyways, I just did a stippling job on it. I think it turned out real good. I wanted to share that with you guys, but I can't. I can't. What else? What's your favorite budget AR? Radical Arms. Oh, Radical Arms got like just bare bone as is with some what is it, like BPS furniture, I think they have. I mean, really cool. Like as is, bare bone, budget, good AR, good price point, good to build on. So Radical Arms, I love that thing. Recommend it. Wait. I got to answer this question. Where's the giveaway question? Boom. Charlie. Hey, how come I never win the giveaway contest? Well, you got to keep entering. So you have to keep throwing your name in it. They're very popular. So I want to make a quick announcement, or disclaimer about this whole like giveaway thing. Sometimes I read comments. Oh yeah, are these things true? Is it real? It is absolutely real. We can't obviously share the whole winner thing because it's a private information. Like, you don't want your information being flooded around. But if you are subscribed to our emails, like if you actually are part of our email listing, which you should be if you're not, because you'll be getting a lot of obviously news about some cool stuff that we have. But you would also be getting an email with the winners, I think, initials, information, that who won, all that stuff. So you would be seeing that. Some of these winners sometimes send us a photograph with obviously their new favorite firearm with them, and we kind of like look at it. We're happy for them, but we can't publicly post, guys. So we're not saying people can't post. If you won, you can't. We're not saying you can't. Obviously you can, but some people question it because they don't win it. Well, there's a lot of people enter it, guys. But that's why you got to use those code words to increase your chances on winning. So they're definitely real. And all I got to say is this: it doesn't cost you a thing to enter. So it is no brainer to enter. I'm not allowed. That's the first thing I asked when I first got the classic firearms on M82. No, M107 was the giveaway at that time. I was like, well, I want to throw my name in it. They're like, you can't because you work here. So telling you, it doesn't cost you a thing. Throw your name in there. Boom. Good to go. Anyways, good having you guys here. Good questions. Keep asking. Again, if I don't see your questions, if I don't answer your question, guys, please keep asking. I will eventually see it. I will not ignore your questions. I promise you. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know the answer. But I will not ignore it. So keep asking. And by the way, it doesn't have to be like, I mean, of course, we're here to talk about a bunch of guns. You can ask me personal questions too. If you have any law enforcement related questions too, that's where my expertise is. I can try to answer that too. Anybody who doesn't know, I mean, I've done local policing, state and federal. So I've seen all three. So I could try to answer. But anyways, I actually had some super chats. I don't want to miss those super chats. Hold on, let me go up. There's a super chat. I remember. I'm going to find that. I apologize. I apologize to that person who sent me a super chat. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you, bro. Where is it? It was green. It was green. There you go. There you go. Wait, I got it. Ghost Shadow, $5. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it. I'm sorry I'm getting back to you late. It's kind of hard to navigate on my laptop right now. Local gun shop had an AR-10 308 with a 7.5-inch barrel. Oh, yeah, portable flashbang indeed if you missed a concussion. Wow. An AR-10 308 with a 7.5-inch barrel. What's the point? What are you doing? That's funny. Thanks for the contribution, brother. Let me get this one right here. Push through the live, dude. Hold on. I'm going to try to find your super chat. Dude, I'm so not a Mac person. Like, I use an iPhone, but I don't know how to use a Mac. There you go. There you go. There we go. Push through the live. As always, you're back. Welcome back, brother. And you sent us $10. So thank you, man. Appreciate you. Going all the way down. Keith, I'm with you, dude. I can feel that. I can feel that here. Wait. Devil, have you ever talked to Kate? You're talking about who? Which Kate? I have no idea who you're talking about, by the way. And if it is from my personal life, don't ask that question. Okay? Devil? Yeah. You're one of my, obviously, I can tell who you are. This is not the place for you to ask that question. Okay. Wait. Trying to see. There we go. Vic, do the original CZ Scorpion aftermarket handguns fit the CZ Scorpion 3 series? Man, I have a hard time pronouncing that. Dude, I don't know. I honestly do not know this question. The original CZ Scorpion aftermarket handguards. Would it? I mean, we've got the Evo. I don't know. I should. Think it should? All right. What's up, Jay? How's it going, man? Welcome back. Sitting Bull. Hey, Kaya. How your typical day at the State Academy look like? And how long did it take you to graduate? How many people were in the beginning and how many guys made it to the end? Well, 95, I believe, showed up. Yeah, 95. 61 graduated. My state academy, Illinois State Police, classes, the difficulty really kind of fluctuates a little bit. It's still a crappy academy. Like the experience is really bad, but my class ended up being, it's got to be my luck or our luck, I would say. It was a really rough class. It was 26 weeks. So 6 months, 26 weeks, straight up mimicking the whole Marine Corps boot camp thing. The whole discipline curriculum, like this thick, was just straight up from San Diego, like legitimately, like those Marine Corps folks trained. My drill instructor was also a Marine Corps drill instructor, but he was a trooper, but he prior. And so anyways, this whole Marine Corps boot camp, they mimicked that, the whole thing, like to the T. And I didn't see what I was getting myself into, quite honestly. Well, like I knew it was going to be a paramilitary, and I had no military background. I knew it was going to be, and I was a 6-year police officer. I was a field training officer. I've seen a few things, you know. So suddenly shaving your head and just like starting this academy, and just right off the gate, like day 0, I call it like that. Man, they just came at you. It was like, I try to mentally prepare myself that, okay, this is going to be a paramilitary academy. They're going to scream and yell at you. You're going to march every day, whatever. No matter what I did, it just was about 1,000 times worse than what I have experienced, what I have imagined. I thought I was going to be a soldier. Like I thought when I graduate, they were just going to kit me out, give me an M4 and ship me out. Like that's how the training was. Like every morning we would have drill. Like, I mean, just straight up soldiers. I was like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why am I becoming a soldier here? I thought I was going to be a trooper. But anyways, that's what we did. And it was just a beat down every day. It was, I resigned from my job, dude. I was a police officer, 6 years, really good job, good pay, good reputation. I had good things going on for me. So I resigned from that. And my pride would not allow me to quit. Like every day, all of us wanted to quit. Anybody who said I didn't want to quit, they're lying. They just didn't. Nobody wanted to be there. My bunkmate was an Army 4-year active duty, honorable discharge Army guy, and he told me it was 100 times worse than his Army boot camp. I was like, holy crap! And we had a bunch of Marines. I was like, guys, how does it compare to Marine Corps boot camp? They're like, hey, if this is how it goes, then this is the Marine Corps boot camp. In fact, there are some Marines just straight up quit. They're like, you know what? I don't want to do the whole Marine Corps boot camp again, especially a BS one like this. They like left. At the end, we graduated, got our badge, got the Montana Peak cover that we called it. And it felt good because you're like, you know, you took a beating for 6 months. When you earn something, guys, like when you truly tooth and nail earn something, it is so sweet, man. You hang on to that. You're so proud of that, whatever it is. It could be something very little. Like it could be, you could be a little busboy at a restaurant and being a server is your dream. And you work so hard to be a server, which could be nothing to a lot of us, but to that person, that's like a huge accomplishment. So for me, being a trooper was just such a big deal once I got it. Like once I achieved it, like I was just proud to put that uniform on every day. And then something else came up and I resigned from that and went to federal. But it was rough. It was definitely rough. But I'm glad it was rough. Kind of tested me, so I made it. I'm happy about that. Wait. What was that? Wait, dude, I can't keep up. I can't keep up. There you go. What's your thought on doing torture test videos? I love it. I would love to do torture test. Look, I love stuff like that. Like torture tests, like doing some ballistic type tests. Oh, that's my alley. I enjoy that stuff. So I, in fact, actually, I emailed a couple of companies to see if they would send me guns so I could torture test them. I'll keep you guys notified on that one once I get the answer. Let's see. What's this? What is your favorite pistol? Okay. Right now it's the Echelon, but I got bunch. Kyle, best barrel length. Best barrel length for dual in 5.56, 11 and a half. I would say 11 and a half. And the reason I say 11 and a half, because like 12 and a half seems to be like the sweet point for the caliber. However, 11 and a half is not going to really put you so far behind. It's going to be indistinguishable, like I would say, from like you're not going to be able to even see the difference. But yet you save an inch from there. So it's really good, lightweight, compact, but yet still delivers even that intermediate distance accurate shot placement as well. So 11 and a half inch. When I was in the FBI, we had 11 and a half inch rifles. Pretty good. Wasn't bad. Recoil wasn't too bad. It was 5.56 at the end, you know. Keith, were you ever awarded a medal as an officer? Yes, I was. I was awarded the with the Distinguished Service Medal by the state of Illinois. Whipple, what's up, bro? Dude, I can't play Call of Duty with you guys today because my computer is not working. Thanks to, again, this ADATA, whatever stupid SSD that's brand new, but just fried, cost me $400. How's it going? What are you doing? All right. Tony, I'm FBI, full-blooded Italian. You don't have to tell me you're an Italian. That name alone just screams it, especially that photo. I'm looking at you, though. Killer sunglasses, bro. Tony, Italian. Welcome, dude. Good having you here. JC, welcome back, brother. Kai, I want to thank you and Clint for all the information both you guys provided in the live podcast. Thanks, bro. Thank you, man. Really, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this really makes me happy. I'm hoping that you guys are actually getting something out of these live streams. I want to know about you guys too. So, I mean, please tell me about where you guys are from. What do you guys do? I really do want to know because I see a bunch of names over and over and over. So you guys, some of you guys are tuning in consistently to every live stream that I stream. So it's good to have some of these like super fans. I actually learned as you guys are asking me these questions. I'm actually learning myself too. Like sometimes I forget certain things and you ask me, I'm like, oh, what was that? So I kind of remember it. So it's good. Good having you guys here. Great idea. Death Nut Challenge. Greg. Okay, where's Greg? Because I'm gonna ban Greg. Where's Greg? Where's Greg? Greg, I can't find you. You're lucky, dude. I'm about to ban you. No Death Nut Challenge. What is wrong with you? All right, let's see what we got here. Eli, $10. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it. Trump Pence 2016. That's what the thing is, but I want to say something about that. But hold on, let me read this first. What's your favorite ammo brand? I grew up shooting Federal, stuck with it, but there's a lot of other ammos that's cheaper, but it's good. Is it as good as Federal? Dude, I promise you, Federal is one of my favorites, and I would say Hornady. So Federal and Hornady, man. These two are, I mean, there's so many good ones. That doesn't mean that others aren't good, but my favorite would be Federal and Hornady, man. I love those. Yeah. Federal and Hornady. I mean, Winchester is pretty good too. So, I mean, I find myself using Federal and Hornady a lot. But anyway, so you have Trump Pence 2016. Guys, let me ask you a question before. Now I want to ask you guys a question. Well, actually, say something. I just found a guy today. Like I just stumbled across. It was a recommendation on YouTube. A guy named Thanks, dude. A guy named, what's his name? Have you guys heard this name? Vivek? Hold on. What's his name? Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy. He's a presidential candidate for GOP. He's an Indian American. Have you guys heard of him? Now, I don't go politics. I don't do politics much. Yeah, James, that's it right there. That's the last name. Vivek is the first name. Guys, listen, I don't like you vote for whoever you want to vote. Obviously, there's so many great candidates on whichever side of the aisle you're in. Dude, I sincerely mean this. This dude is dope. Like, don't take my word for it. And I'm not affiliated with him, by the way. I just saw him. You guys need to check this guy out. I've been all day. Like, I was at the gym when I was like, I've been listening to this guy's like multiple, like he's been on CNN, Fox, NBC, ABC, all of them. Tucker Carlson was just interviewing him literally like 2 weeks ago, I think. The dude is insanely good. Like, the dude is like legitimately that I would 100% vote for this guy. Since he's good. He's freaking younger than me. I can't believe, dude. I'm getting old. I'm 39. I'll be 40 in just a couple months. This dude is 37 years old. He's hell a lot smarter than me. He's super articulate. And there's something about being really articulate. Like, I'm very articulate on paper. If I'm writing a paper, I can just really be detailed. Like, but talking, I'm just not. I'm just that idiot who can't really speak all that well. This dude is so good. Man. He is insanely good. You guys need to listen to his like policies too. Vivek is really good, man. Check him out. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to see if there's any questions in the meantime while I was just yapping over here. Wait. There you go. Ghost. Well, Kai, have you contacted Data yet? It should be still under full warranty. If you paid $400, you got ripped off. No. When I say it cost me $400, I bought a new SSD and heat. What was that? Heat sink to cover it. And what was the other one? Windows. I got a Windows 11, the heatsink, and new SSD. So that cost me $400. All of that with taxes and shipping. So that's why I said, wait a minute. What is this? Adam, hold on. I got to find Adam's super chat. Looks like when I was talking, Adam just sent us a super chat. Hold on one sec. What? Where is it? Gosh, this laptop is, there we go. Adam sent us $20. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. You got no questions there. I'm not seeing anything there, but appreciate it. Thanks for the support. What else? James Cook from City Police to Fed. How much time to take that? Like 20 years or more? No, dude. I was total, like in law enforcement. Ten years-ish. So here's the good thing and the bad thing about that. So I jumped ship a lot in law enforcement, but I kept going up, right? Like, I mean, in my opinion, that was always going up. So I did city, state investigations, detective, and federal, the FBI. And, I also squeezed a FBI fire instructor certified in there. That all happened in like 10 years. And the good thing about that is I was able to experience things that I would have never experienced if I stayed at a certain particular position. Like, I've seen a lot, I've experienced a lot, I learned a lot, seen different things. The bad is I didn't stay anywhere long enough to have true, in that specific area, true expertise. That makes sense? Like, I would consider myself a law enforcement expert for sure. But I didn't spend 20 years on patrol or in a specific department to really know uh, the whole city policing, have that 20-year under my belt or 20-year under my belt as an agent or state police. However, I have experience and training in all of those areas. So I don't regret my decision on just doing all of these. But sometimes I kind of think how it would have been, kind of wonder how it would have been if I stayed in one place, where my life would be. It certainly wouldn't be here. Kyle, how do you like living in North Carolina? It's okay, dude. I mean, I miss Chicago because all my friends are there in Chicago. Like, I mean, I got really, really cool friends and family up there. I miss those guys. Here in North Carolina, I don't know many people. I just know a couple of my neighbors. I know a couple of guys that I sometimes get together with, and that's it. So it's just still been still a little bit. It's taken some getting used to for me. However, I'm always working, dude. Either a classic or I just do my own thing, right? So I find myself always busy doing work. Are you a Bears fan, Steven? Nah, not that I'm not. I don't watch football. I know. I just probably got some hate because of that, but I don't. What else we got? All right. Richard. Hey, welcome back, dude. Good seeing you again. Craziest case you worked as an agent. I can't talk about any of that stuff, man. Unfortunately, I can't because the stuff I worked at, they're all classified. All right. What else? Trying to see. Steve, do you still teach classes? I personally don't. I do not. What do you mean? Like you mean at Classic? Why are bullpups so expensive? And any good recommendations? Won't break the bank, dude. They are because they're different. There's a different technology in them. You know, they're not as like simple as like your AR-15. And the AR-15, like there's also another reason for that is there's not many bullpups out there. Like there's so many different AR manufacturers out there, so there's good competition out there to kind of drive the cost down. Not with bullpups, man. Let's see. Do. Looking for a recommendation for a reflex sight for a Beretta. Not sure which one would that be. What's the footprint on that one? Wait. Hold on. Can't. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it went away. Relentless 41. Is being a government agent as fascinating as it looks in the movies, or is it much harder or dangerous than movies ought to be? It's nothing like the movies, man. I mean, there's some cool parts, obviously. That's some action filled parts, but that's like that much of it. You're behind a computer, man. You work the stuff that you don't see in movies. It's got, just like any job, man. It's got cool sides and not so cool sides. But it's not like the movies where an agent goes out there and just kicks doors in by himself, starts pistol whipping people. No, I promise you that's not how it is. What else? Go all the way down. Dude, I don't understand this question. Hold on. The man that doesn't carry mirror. No, I would not like to be a cop in any country anymore. Let's just say that. Like, why the hell would I? US is the greatest nation on earth. If I don't want to be a cop here, I promise you, I don't want to be a cop in any other country. I bet Kaya has pistol whipped a guy or two in his day. I have, and I have actually documented him in my police reports. None of those like shady pistol whips, legitimate, justified. It just happened. Like, I have my gun in my hand. The dude just turned. Yeah, it happened. It needed to happen. Like, using my firearm, like firing it wasn't justified, but I didn't have time to holster. So he got it. And I documented it. Victory spams. Want to build a 308? Can't decide between a DSA Modern FAL or AR-10 like Arrow or Daniel Defense. Which one would you think is better besides price? You cannot beat the reliability of a good old AR-10 like Arrow or Daniel Defense. So my money would be on that. So I would go with that. Just good old, reliable, familiar platform. Wait. What do you mean, Kyle? Did he move first or get the job first? Well, what do you mean? I think I don't get that. Dude, I'm trying to go up. Hold on, let me get this mic out of the way. Much easier. There we go. Good question. Let's talk about some CCW, guys. Okay. Let me ask you guys a question. What is your EDC? Okay. Concealed carry, and also your go-to weapon at home. Okay. I'm asking this to all of you. And let's talk about this. Let's dive into this whole CCW personal defense stuff that is actually, besides the whole recreational thing, I think that's what mostly interests a lot of people, a lot of you guys, including myself. What is your EDC? What do you carry? EDC, anybody doesn't know, everyday carry. What is your daily carry, if you carry one? If you don't, what do you have at home? That's your go-to gun. So with that being said, Sniper279, I'm here. I'm new to your streams. Welcome, dude. Glad to have you. Would you recommend any laser light for a self-defense, handgun, and which one? Now, light, I recommend all the time. Now, some people will say this to you, that, oh, you know what? You don't need a light in generally for a CCW purposes because you're almost never going to need it. I'm going to tell you this. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Now, if light was like the old technology, heavy, bulky, and big, then I would say, okay, you know what? Risk versus reward. Most likely you're not going to need it, but having a gun that's light, easily concealable is a bigger reward. So therefore, don't go with light on a CCW. However, there are so many options nowadays, guys. Light's about this little thing, like that little. You put them on a gun. It doesn't really drastically increase the profile of your gun. You just got to get a new holster for sure. But it's still super small, very concealable, yet still it is at your disposal whenever, if you ever, God forbid, need it. You're in a dark alley or in a dark environment, low light situation where something happens, where you engage somebody. Somebody comes up to you with a gun, they try to rob you, deflect, you take yours out, you pop them, fires some rounds. He goes around the corner. Well, you lost him for a second. And guess what? You're in a low light situation. You may need your light to be able to illuminate the area. You don't know. So with the new technology, smaller lights, I recommend a weapon mounted light on every single CCW. Period. That's my recommendation. Take it or not. So laser, no, man, that's not my thing. But light for sure. So now let's talk about your EDC stuff. Hold on. Wait a minute. Do not put a light on your weapon, because if you point at someone using a light just to see in the dark, that's a crime called deadly conduct. What? I'm not understanding what you're saying. What do you mean a crime called deadly conduct? I've never heard such conduct, such crime. If you point your gun at someone just to see in the dark. Well, don't use, okay, I see what you're saying. Don't use your gun, actual gun, to see. Like I'm talking about, like you're just searching for your car keys. You got your weapon in your hand. You're in a situation where you're searching for a potential threat or an actual threat that presented itself to you and you lost it, right? You're searching for that. Just imagine at home too. So you got your gun then. You got your gun. That's when you can point your gun and actually effectively search. And obviously, you better be well trained where you don't see your own grandma mistakenly who's just decided to come to your house in the middle of the night for whatever reason, and you shoot your grandma, obviously. Finger off the trigger. The finger goes on the trigger. Target identification is very, very important, paramount. So all of that stuff, but a light, anybody like this guy right here, Hattiesburg, do not put a light on your weapon. I have no idea what you're talking about, buddy. I don't agree with you. Thomas, what do you think about the M&P 2.0 compact for Smith? Oh, love it. I actually really, really like that gun. It's a great gun. Like, feels pretty good. Wait. Hattiesburg. Okay, hold on. That's good. It's a 3rd-degree felony in Texas for deadly conduct. Okay. Deadly. So I can just tell you this. I don't know about Texas laws, but I can speak for Illinois, for example, right? If you point your weapon at anybody, it's called assault. Assault with a deadly weapon. All right? Because you're just assaulting somebody. Now, in some states, assault is a physical touch. Not in Illinois, not in Illinois, right? Assault is not a physical touch. Physical touch is battery. So if you actually shoot somebody, then you're actually going to be doing an aggravated battery with a firearm. Now in Texas, for deadly conduct, I'm assuming that you pointed your gun at somebody. That's why that's the name of the law. Well, obviously you can't point your gun at somebody unless you have a legal justification for that. Okay? So if I'm at my house, now Miss Hattiesburg, I'm talking to you. I hear something. I grab my gun, and I live in Texas. I don't know Texas laws. I'm just simply going as a former law guy. Law enforcement guy, sorry. I grab my gun, and I start searching my house. And I'm searching my house. You better believe I'm searching my house with my gun out just to see who's out there, right? And if I see somebody, that's why we see first and then we engage, right? Because you want to identify your target. You don't want to just blindly shoot. If I see somebody, you better believe my gun is pointed at that person. However, I've got legal justification for that. Now, outside, you're out there because you want to know your local laws, right? You're a concealed carry holder, legal. We're talking about legal. And you grab your gun, something happens. Somebody comes at you where your life is in imminent danger. Like imminent is the key, right? Imminent danger, great bodily harm or deadly situation. You point your gun, you point at that person. Now tell me the difference right there, the difference between a light or non-light? What how come light changes that situation? Let me see. Oh, wait. There you go. But if your light is attached to your gun and you search with that light and do not have the authority to shoot deadly force, then that's deadly conduct. Well, you just basically agreed with what I just said. You need to have a legal justification. You don't want to pull your gun out without any legal justification, anyways, guys. You want legal justification to be able to pull your gun out, or else that thing needs to stay in the holster where it belongs. So there's that. So that's a distinct difference. So we're saying the same thing. So this is not a case of do not put a light in your gun. Put a light in your gun. Just utilize it when you have legal justification and know your local laws. Oh, Devin, hi Kaya. Where and what would you tell someone who has never carried a firearm to start when trying to decide on a basic holster for range days and for concealed carry options? Devin, great question, man. First of all, glad to have you over here. Now, I know this is going to sound like, oh, you work for Classic, you're saying this so you can get more views. No, I legitimately say this. Look at Classic Firearms. Anything you can think of. Like, I know Classic Firearms is in business, selling guns and accessories, all that stuff, but we also make really cool educational videos. There's a lot of videos with Clint. There's a lot of videos that Clint and I made. Clint made by himself. There's some other folks. There's educational stuff out there when it comes to holsters, guns, and other accessories. So I highly recommend searching the Classic Firearms channel with what you just asked me. Okay, you'll get some really cool videos for you to watch. And I guarantee you there's like, I don't know, 2,000 videos Classic Firearms has published. Probably what you're asking me, there's multiple videos on the questions that you asked. However, I'll try to answer over here too. Who has never carried a firearms to start when trying to decide on basic holster for range days? If you've never carried a firearm, I highly recommend go to a local gun shop, wherever you live, and ask for guidance from them, right? When you grab a gun, you're going to get yourself a gun. Don't just go because, oh, this is a Glock, this is Springfield Smith, oh, it's good. Don't get on that train. Grab something that actually really feels good in your hand. When you grab it, like, oh, this feels natural in my hand. So the ergonomics, the controls, like use the mag release button, the slide release, slide stop. Use these buttons, like the controls or levers or buttons, whatever you call them. See how they feel in your hand, how you manipulate them, see how it feels in your hand. And then with that very gun that you're going to carry, seek some professional training. Most gun shops offer some sort of training. You need to get that. You've never done it before, I highly recommend get professional assistance so you're not teaching yourself bad habits right off the bat. Okay? That's what I can say. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, ergonomics is very important, man. Some people just grab a Glock, for example, right? Oh, this feels good in my hand, but have you tried the mag release, mag catch, the slide stop lever? If there's a external safety on this thing, have you tried to manipulate that? See how that feels? Can you do that with one hand? When you grab it with two hands, how does that trigger feel? Like the mag changes, like try to kind of test those things out, see how it feels. If it feels good, natural, easy to do, then that gun is probably yours. And honestly, I recommend a 9mm. I know a lot of people like, oh, you know what? That doesn't have the stopping power. Some people say, no, I highly recommend a 9mm. It's got good recoil impulse, pretty good stopping power. Let's see. What else we have here? Man, how do I increase the brightness on this? I swear I don't know how to use this thing. Oh, wait. There's a great question here. I think so. Newman ST. I often wonder why police officers shoot at suspects more than once, even though even though one shot might be enough. Maybe you can answer my question. Great question, and yes, I certainly answered that question. A lot of people say, "Hey, you know what? Why did the cops shoot him so many times?" Now, some of you guys aren't gonna like this answer, but it is the truth, and I gotta tell you guys the truth. Every police officer, they're all responsible with what they're doing, right? Now, of course, if one police officer is doing something illegal, not good, the other police officer is he or she is supposed to do something about that illegal activity or unjust activity. But we're talking about shootings, right? There's 3 cops, there's a bad guy. He pulls a gun out, boom. Each police officer on average shoots 5 rounds. That's 15 rounds dumped on that guy. And people say, wow, why did the cops shoot him so much? Well, when I shoot my 5 rounds, which I challenge every single one of you to watch all of these police shootings and see how fast things happen. There's science to this, guys. Our perception, reaction. On average, a human being's registry is like, when you see something, it's like 0.13 milliseconds. And you that you have seen it. To react to that thing, on average, is about 150 to like 13 milliseconds for seeing something. 150 to 300 millisecond is on average for you to react to that thing. All right. So when you shoot at a bad guy and you fire 5 rounds, you send those 5 rounds on approximately 1 second. You fire so fast. Bang, 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 bang. Approximately 1 second. So you have to decide, fire, while firing, decide not to fire. Some time has passed here, and all 3 officers are doing this, and each officer is responsible for their own actions. So I'm like, oh my God, he's gone. Bang, 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 bang. I just fire real quick, 5 rounds, because we don't do this thing like, oh, we need to shoot 2 rounds or 3 rounds or 4 rounds. We always shoot to incapacitate, to stop the threat. And we are literally trained to track a suspect down to the ground. That's why some people say, oh, why did the police officer shoot him when the guy fell to the ground? Again, you got to think about this reactionary time. Reaction to shoot, also make the decision to stop shooting. Some time elapses there. So if I fired 5 rounds and that happened under 1 second, well, the same thing applies to those guys too. So 15 rounds downrange that fast. It is extremely reasonable when you look at the grand scheme of things and the time itself. You're looking at 1 second shooting, but 15 rounds was sent. So there's that. Each officer's kind of sending their own thing, but also we don't ever, as I said, we don't count how many rounds we're supposed to shoot. We are trained to shoot until the threat stops. Sometimes that's 2 rounds. You're like bang, bang, and the person stops and you're by yourself. Sometimes it's the whole magazine and you unload, you reload and you send some more. The best answer, the sheriff, I don't remember, I think this was Florida, gave. A news anchor asked this sheriff, because this police officer fired till he had a slide lock. Bang, 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 bang. And the guy fell to the ground and he just dumped the whole thing on him, which was beautiful, by the way, because that guy tried to kill him. In fact, that guy shot him, right? The officer was shot. And the sheriff answered this. They're like, hey, sheriff, why did your officer fired so many rounds into that guy? He's like, why did he have like 15 rounds or whatever? I don't remember the exact question, but it was about like so many rounds. And the sheriff's like, because he didn't have any more on him. Or why did he fire like 20 rounds in this guy? Sheriff was like, because he didn't have any more. Like if he had more, he was going to fire more. So it is all about incapacitation. You shoot till the threat stops. And sometimes there's multiple officers. You play stupid games, you sometimes win stupid prizes like that. Because all officers are going to shoot you, not just one of them. All right. What's up, Scott? I'm here. Dude, I think this brightness, hold on, let me search. How do I increase the brightness of the screen? Because the screen is not bright. I'm not a Mac guy. MacBook, brightness, shortcut. There we go. Press. Use the control strip. Hold option. Option? Okay. Hold option and shift. No? Oh, F1. Okay, function. Oh, guys, I'm trying to figure out this whole brightness thing. Oh, here. Finally figured it out. Feel like a 75-year-old man. 75-year-old man right here. You got it. Okay. Now I can see things. All right. What else we got? No, we were talking about EDC. Okay, what's you guys' EDC? I know if you guys typed it, just can you type it again? I'll talk about some of that stuff. That's it. That was the sheriff. Thanks, Crystal. That was it. That man is great. I love him. Okay, that's not for me. Vince, does AR stock wobble affect accuracy? Of course, dude. I mean, little wobble is okay. Like just a little bit, that's fine. You're not going to have problems with it because it's kind of secure here. But if your thing is loose, that's going to affect your accuracy for sure. Because you want a very stable platform. You got your AR on your shoulder with your support arm. You kind of pull towards you a little bit. Keep it tight. Pretty good recoil management there and good accuracy. Thomas, all right. Those closed red dot emitter gives you a better average than regular vortex optics. Can vortex still be visible? Oh, no. They're both the same. Guys, the closed emitter is, they're supposed to be more durable. So harder to break, obviously, because it's just this enclosed casing, right? And also, you're not going to have to worry about the adverse conditions. Like on an open emitter, lint gets in there, dust, debris, wetness. It kind of gets in there, right? It's in your holster. And it's hard to clean. I kind of get it out. Like you got to gouge it out a little bit. However, on a open emitter, closed emitter, you don't have to. You can just simply wipe off the glass and you're good to go. You're back in business. What should we do when somebody's threatened us with a gun in traffic? What's the first thing you would do? Don't mess with that guy. How about just drive? Okay. How about just keep your ego in check and don't mess with people in traffic? Someone cuts you off, big deal. Slow down. Don't mess with people. You don't know who's got what. All right. What size red dot for a PD? Just a good old, what were you talking about, a pistol or a rifle? They're both, I mean, like a 3 MOA for a pistol red dot, like a 2 MOA, obviously on a rifle. A good old like aim point type. Adam, what's the best civilian vest option for practical for everyday use, not like tactical play carrier? I'm not sure what you're asking me there. Like you're not talking about like a plate carrier. What other? I'm talking about what other belt vest would you have? I'm not sure what you mean exactly. You're talking about like a rapid response where you have like a bunch of equipment. Like what in what scenario would you use this specific vest that you're talking about? Kai, ever thought about being a deputy sheriff by the time you were a local police officer? No, never had any interest in being a sheriff's deputy. Because my experience was like they start you at the jail. I was like, I'm not working at a jail. I don't care. All right. Josh, how do you feel about Mechanic MC9 and would you recommend for an EDC? This question was just asked to me at the beginning of this podcast. What do I think about it? I think it's a great gun. I don't have much experience with it, but so far I have not seen anything negative about it. So, with that being said, based on the information I have seen and based on my experience when I shot it, felt really good. I would recommend it. For me, I got bigger hands, so I would need to have that extended magazine. The magazine that comes as is, it's just not a big enough gun for my hand. So I know concealability is very important, but it means nothing if I can't use the gun properly. So, guys, I always say this make sure you guys pay attention to the operations of the gun. Not just a lot of people think this. So, I hope these things are helping you guys out. But a lot of people think, like, oh, I can shoot it accurately at a range, fire in a magazine. How about put yourself in a stressful situation where your heartbeat is up to 160, 70, 180? And how about you do immediate action? Kind of plan a malfunction. See if you can clear that malfunction. How about you just make that gun wet in your hand? Is it slippery? Because God forbid, if you're shot, you may have blood all over your hands and you still got to be able to run that gun. So when you pick your EDC, you've got to think about all of these things, not just, oh, it feels good in my hand. Oh, look, I just fired it at 7 yards at this range and it was good to go. Fine, I'm going to carry it. No, I promise you, in a tight situation, a stressful situation, things are going to be much more dynamic. How are you going to run that gun in a dynamic situation? That's how you should pick your EDC. So, like a Canik MC9 as is too small for my hand. That gun is too small for like Hellcat. I EDC Hellcat Pro, Springfield Hellcat Pro, and there is a reason for that. Because I could have easily gotten the Hellcat, which is much smaller. It would be so much easier to conceal. Good to go. However, it is not, it's a gun that I cannot easily use, right? It's just not, it's too small for my hands. So I went and got something bigger, harder to conceal, but I know when I grab that thing, I'm going to mean business with it. So that's very important. You guys should consider that. Wait a minute. We got a super chat. All right. Donald Richardson, 499. Thanks, dude. Appreciate the support. I just picked up a new Hellcat Pro, which I was just talking about. What red dot would you recommend? Dude, there's multiple options out there. I've got the, what was the model? I've got a Swamp Fox on there. It works great. Good price. They're dependable. I mean, Swamp Fox, I know they're like price-wise, they're more affordable than others. And in our culture, we're like, oh, why is that so cheap? So I don't want some junk. I'm going to go spend the money and buy something more expensive because expensive means better, which is not always true. I've got a good old Swamp Fox on mine. Works great so far for what I need. But there's other options out there, man. Just something with a red dot. I mean, for me, a red dot is good. Some of them have green. I'm not a fan of green if you're into it. I like red dot, a 3 MOA dot, something that I have multiple adjustment points so I can make it something that's not too bright. Okay. Something that's not too dim. If you got the option to adjust, I would prefer that. I recommend that. Whoa, what was that? Roger, Glock 23 or Magnum Research 1911? Dude, totally different guns. But I would say 1911, man. I've got a Glock 23. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like it. I do not like my Glock 23. Although it's Gen 3, I do not like it, dude. It's a hand cannon. 40 caliber. It's no. 1911. I would recommend that. What else we got here? McCade Pay, $4.99. Thanks, dude. Appreciate your support. I'm building my first AR-15, and I don't know what weight to get for the trigger. Any advice? Good question. What company are you going to go with? Are you going to, obviously, I'm assuming you're not going to go with mil-spec, good old mil-spec. But what are you going to do with it? Are you going to compete with it? Because there's multiple options. Like I've got 2 U.S. Arms Corps rifles. One of them has got the Trigger Tech. I don't know the models, but one of them is just like straight up for competition. Like just you touch it, it goes bang. The other one is more defensive. So I would say something 3 to 4 pounds, man. That's the weight. That's what I'd recommend. So 3 to 4 pounds. That's super sweet. Feels really good. I think that's what I have on my defensive, my personal U.S. Arms Corps AR-15. Utah Pro, I think that's what it is. Oh, definitely don't cheap ball it. But Chet said it right. Don't cheap ball it, man. Trigger. You want your gun to go bang every time. What else? Wait. 762 gamer. Boo, Glock, fight me. Dude, I love Glocks. I just don't like the Glock 23, the 40 caliber one. Gen 3 that I have. But when I was with the Bureau, I had the Glock 17M, 9mm. Loved it. So I like Glocks. Not a Glock fanboy, but I'm not a fanboy of anything. Although in some of the videos that we put on a show for you guys. But I like Glocks. Side 60, why are so many police officers traveling alone? Traveling where? You mean patrolling? Okay. Solo patrol, man. You got more presence on the streets. Once you solo patrol, I promise you, patrolling with someone else, it just is not all that good. You love your freedom. Plus, when you're solo patrolling, you keep your eyes open, man. You don't drop your guard down. So wait, Steve, there you go. Steve Hughes. Do you recommend laser sights at all? Not a fan. Not a big fan of laser sights because it's great. Like red dots fix that problem. Okay. So when you get into any kind of a situation with iron sights, you look over your sights, you look at your target because it's human brain. It's a human psychology. It's our biology, man. We see a threat. Okay. Our senses heightened and we look at that threat because that's what is trying to cause us harm. So those sights suddenly become irrelevant for us. Now, laser, you pointed your laser, well, back in the day especially, you saw it. So did everybody else. You pointed your laser at the person and you saw it wherever it was. You pressed the trigger, you hit there. The downside of that is obviously you're just giving up your position. You're advertising where you're at. Now, red dots fix that. You just lift your gun up. You still see that laser like red dot, but it's only visible to you. So I recommend laser sights, red dot sights, not laser sights. Are they relevant to this day in certain situations? Perhaps, but not in a good old EDC situation. Personal opinion. What else? What? What? Wait, I'm trying to see what Chet said over here. What woman can compare to this specimen of pure man? None. Oh, God. Thanks, Vince. Appreciate it. Yep. Chris, later, man. We'll see you. Thanks for tuning in. Sniper, I'm loving all this information. Thank you. You bet, guys. I'm trying my best to give you guys as much as I know, let's just say, within the realm of my own knowledge and experience. What was the most violent case you've ever worked as a detective? Oh my God, dude. Okay. I was a detective, crime scene investigator with the Illinois State Police in Region 1, and Region 1 covered Chicago as well. So, so I promise you, there's some bad things happening in that city, unfortunately. So there's some really, 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 really bad stuff. I did see this though, guys. I've seen so many people shot, so many with pretty much any calibers. Okay, up to 308 I've seen. I don't think I've seen anybody shot anything above 308. I saw a guy, he committed a suicide, unfortunately. He shot himself with his AR-10. He put it in his mouth. No, it was under his chin. When I got to that scene, legitimately, he didn't have a head. That's a nasty caliber. He did not have a head. He just had a little jaw left here. Like you could just see a little bit jaw here, and that's it. Candy. Well, thanks for the question, Candy. How do you know when it's time to pull out my CCW? Anybody doesn't know what that means? Concealed carry weapon legally. Now, that's a great question, guys. The first thing I'm going to tell you about that is immediately, right away. Like you should have obviously, if you get a license, unless you have the constitutional carry, you should have been informed of the law, but check your state laws. I cannot emphasize enough, check your state laws and know them very well. Know them like an attorney. It is extremely important. If you're carrying a gun, you better know the laws. Now, short answer, and I'm not an attorney, so I'm not giving anybody here illegal advice. I can throw some of my personal opinions based on my experience and training, but I recommend everybody to check their own local laws and act based on what the laws are saying. Now, with that disclaimer out of the way, always think about this. Would a reasonable person think it was reasonable for you to get your weapon out, point, or obviously engage? Now, there's a criteria to it that we've always used that test. If there's an imminent threat of bodily harm, the great bodily harm, or death to you, that's the most important, or those around you. Okay? Imminent threat of death, great bodily harm, or death to you. Now, the key word here is not necessarily the death or great bodily harm. The key word is imminent. If that imminent factor does not exist, you cannot use your weapon. I mean, maybe in certain situations you can, but I'm telling you, that's how they test it. All right. So make sure that, well, it's really hard to explain here, like on a live stream, obviously, but it needs to be imminent. You're not a police officer. You're not going out there like searching. You're not doing some of those things law enforcement does on a daily basis. You're a citizen, average citizen, good old citizen, right? You're walking around, you're at a store, and something happens. a guy pulls out a gun, points in the face of a store clerk. This is an example. There's an imminency there. There's an imminent threat of great bodily harm or death to that store clerk, right? And you don't know if that person is going to shoot and then at the store clerk and then shoot at everybody else. You don't know, but there's an imminency there where if you use that, you could actually use that as your defense. Now, speaking of defense, guys, if you're a CCW, get an insurance. Get insurance. Okay? So the reason I say that, because you can indict a ham sandwich through a grand jury, right? It doesn't matter if police officers want to arrest you or if prosecutors want to charge you, they'll charge you, no matter how innocent you are. I'll be the first one to tell you innocence is an illusion, unfortunately. And the whole innocent until proven guilty is the biggest nonsense I've ever heard in my life. Everybody's freaking guilty before they prove themselves that they are innocent. Even then, by certain people, that you're still guilty. Doesn't matter if you're acquitted. Now that's sad, but that's reality. That's how people act, right? So get an insurance, because legal expenses are, it's a lot of money, and it takes a huge psychological toll on you. But so definitely do that. Get insurance, CCW insurance, and check the laws. And remember, imminent threat. Moving on. I hope that was helpful. What else do we have? Wait. Kaya, Washington State banned carry firearm insurance. Legislator claimed it would make people more likely to shoot. Are you serious? What is happening to this country? Are we like turning into a Russia or something? It would make people more likely to shoot. So these insurance companies can't operate in that state? Like there was an argument that I recently saw, I mean, which I've always known, but this was pretty good. I don't know if you guys know. The ATF argues that if you put a brace or, a stock, whatever, on a short barrel pistol or a rifle, that will, obviously you can conceal that, but that'll also increase your accuracy should you ever get into a gun, like a situation against law enforcement or innocent people, whatever, right? Which is true. It is true that it'll increase your accuracy if you put a brace on, because you shoulder that thing, you stabilize it, look through the dot, send some rounds down range, that'll make you accurate. So what the ATF does here is they want to be accurate towards criminals. Now, I do air quotes for that because not every labeled criminals are a criminal. I've seen that firsthand in law enforcement myself. But they don't want us to be accurate. So how is that? There was an argument for that. Which judge did it? I don't remember the judge's name, man. What a beautifully spoken man. But anyways, there was an argument. Like ATF says, hey, you can't do that because you'll make the gun more accurate. Therefore, it needs to be illegal. And the judge was like, wait a minute. So you can be more accurate? If that's the case, if this is making people more accurate, then that means they can more accurately defend themselves against a threat. So therefore, they should have that, which makes perfect sense. But we'll see what happens with that. So I thought that was a really good calling. Not easier to conceal. Well, that's what they say, though. Boom, Michael. Looking at getting an AR pistol for home defense and business defense. Any brand preferences? Well, the AR pistol stuff, I mean, Mike, obviously, the whole unless you're a GOA member, the Firearm Coalitions. Who else was the other one? Maxim Defense, I believe. Unless you're a member of, or you're covered under those guys' things, the whole brace thing is now like illegal. I don't even know where that thing stands nowadays, but it's just something that you're not supposed to have. So if you're gonna do AR pistol, if you're a GOA member, you're good to go, I guess. Put a brace or a stock on that. Well, brace on it, not a stock, unless you're gonna do you're gonna SBR it. Any brand preferences? What caliber are you looking for? Are you gonna do like a 9mm, or are you gonna do like a full blown 300 blackout or 5.56? Oh, not in Kentucky. Yeah. Yeah, FPC as well. That's correct, Rusty. Thanks, man. Thanks for that. Dante, I think the brace rule was thrown out by the Supreme Court. Are you serious? Wait. I don't think so. Let me see. Brace rule latest. Are you okay? Can you guys confirm the brace rule was thrown out? I don't think so. They call it likely illegal. That's what it is, likely illegal. But is there a ruling? I don't see it. I think it's going to die. Like it's going to go down the toilet. But I don't, as of right now, I don't know if it's still, if it's thrown out. It's still going. I agree. Yeah, I don't think it's thrown out yet. But I think based on what I'm seeing, I think it's dead on water. It's gonna be going. So can't wait. I can't wait, dude. That judge, man, I think it was two of them. There was two male judges and a female. I think female voted against it, but those two judges said that, wait a minute, ATF's reason that it would make the gun more accurate. If that's the case, then people should have a gun that is more accurate to be able to defend themselves more accurately, which logic sometimes feels so good, right? My sister-in-law has brace on teeth. It's not a what caliber ammunition does her teeth fire? Law-abiding savage. Kyle, your thoughts on Glock switches? You're talking about those Glock 18, like the full automatic? Like, what do you mean my thoughts? Like, should they be illegal or legal like that? Make them all legal. I love guns. If a bad guy has them, okay. I'd rather good guys have them. I'm ready if somebody comes at me. I know for a fact if something happens right now, I call the police, I'll be dead. They'll be picking up my body. The only person that protects you is you. Takes care of you is you. As a former police officer, I'll tell you that. We have showed up 99% of the time when things were already done. Let me see what else out there. Alan, thanks for the question. Appreciate tuning in, by the way. Do you carry a tourniquet? I do, just a good old cat tourniquet. I recommend everybody to have a tourniquet. Like, have one in your car. Like, in my truck, I've got two. I got two tourniquets in my truck. It's just sitting there. And not just have it, no matter what equipment you have, train with it, guys, because really, you'll kind of fumble otherwise. And tourniquet, anybody who doesn't know what a tourniquet is, you better believe that there are always some people who don't know. Tourniquet is just basically a device that you apply if you're hit on limbs, legs, or arms. You're able to apply above the wound and Squeeze it tight. That'll stop the bleeding. That's it. It's just to stop the bleeding to save lives. And tourniquet has saved so many lives. So they're cheap. They're not really expensive. I'd recommend just having one. Train yourself. Kind of learn how to apply to somebody. Also know how to apply to yourself with just one hand. Okay? Do that. Like pretend this arm is incapacitated and just do everything with your left arm, vice versa. Train yourself with it. It's important. All right. See, Rusty, that's a great question. Great recommendation. I think I brought that up a while back. We should do that. You guys at Classic should make a stop the bleed video. We should. I'm actually certified on that stuff too. So, all right. Jay, Kaya, you represented SAR Firearms. I did. What's your favorite DACA gun from them? Favorite striker fired and your favorite micro compact. Now, you basically talked about all of them. My favorite single action would be the K12. Why? That's because it's like tank folio. It's like the CZ Shadow 2, right? That's what K12 is, like a clone to that. All right. So I really like that. I think it's for the price, it was pretty good. I think we may have them at the Classic. I think so. But anyways, I like that. And SAR 9. Just overall, a SAR 9 is a good gun. For the price point, a good gun. I never had any issues with SAR 9. Another thing for the micro compact. Now, when I was with SAR, they didn't have one. They had the subcompact that even hadn't come out, but I fired it a few times. The subcompact was really good. The SAR 9 SC subcompact. They're good. I got nothing like the B6, SAR B6. I never cared for that. The gun always worked, but the ergonomics and as the way it looked and the slide being so slim and right inside the frame just wasn't my gun. And the other guns too, like the K2 45 caliber, it also wasn't my gun. I like the SAR 9. I like the K12. Those two guns I really liked. Jerry, Ermo pistol. Have you got more shots with it? Thoughts? Okay, let's talk about the Ermo pistols. We just put a video on it actually today. Dude, I was really impressed with that gun because the price point, like, what was that? $349? I mean, that's like half the price of a Glock, and it's a full metal gun, right? I was really impressed. So it's now, did I put more rounds through it? I think a total of, I maybe put 5 mags through Ermo, and it obviously flawlessly worked right out of the gate, right? No problems. It accepts Glock parts. $349 was the price. Full metal gun, cut for an optic, ported slide. I mean, just no brainer. It's a good gun. And I didn't have any issues with it. So I would say it would be a good pick. Truth Hurts. If you don't mind me asking, what's your other business? Gun related? No, it's not. My other business is my own social media, guys. I just do social media, but I do it in a different language. I'm a Turkish American, so I was born and partially raised in Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey, and I moved here 20 years ago, right? And I've been here ever since. So my social media is like YouTube and Instagram, all that stuff, but it's in Turkish. So it's my other business. Keeps me pretty busy, pretty active there. So if I'm not at Classic doing stuff, I'm at my own social media doing stuff. So. All right. Oh, Kenny, there you go. Are you going to do a show on a bulletproof backpacks? I don't even know if we carry any, Kenny. I'm not sure. I'll have to check to see if we actually even sell any of that stuff. If we do, we should totally test them. What else we got? Dude, keep them coming, man. The questions, keep them coming. I would love to get some more questions from you guys. Wait. Oh, Tony. Take care, Tony. What else? Oh, there you go. Keith. How's that optics deal working out? Wait, before I answer, are you talking about Keith? Can you elaborate on that before I answer? Because I'm thinking about, I think I know what you're talking about, but what if not? Elaborate, I'll answer. What's that? Okay, we'll have to do a med video. Okay, I see that. There's some requests on that. Alan, I'm just seeing this. I'm sorry. Do you carry an Israeli bandage? I do. I carry an Israeli bandage. My med kit has all of that, including a tourniquet, medical shears, Israeli bandage, the dressing, the gauzes, quick clot, stuff for burns, obviously gloves, PPE stuff. Yeah, I've got all that stuff. Pretty good. Dude, this stream has been really good, man. We've actually discussed some really cool stuff. Like we talked about some serious stuff. Those who haven't seen it, oh man, I feel bad for them because we've actually discussed some really cool, real life, important stuff. That's how I feel like it, because you guys had some good questions, and thankfully I was able to answer some of them. Hunter, why are we seeing less of Clint? Hunter, because Clint's got, I think, well, I don't know if, well, Clint's been really busy with his military obligations and some other stuff. That's why. But you guys are about to see the Bolt Gun series. That's going to be coming out on Friday. Obviously, he's just posted a couple of videos. And, oh yeah, and he's coming out here in just a couple of days. We'll be doing a bunch more videos. So he's doing some stuff on his own, and I'm doing my stuff over here. So we're kind of trying to make things work. But he's got a couple of things going on. That's why you've been seeing him less and less. But it's going to come back up to how it was before, I'm sure, pretty soon. But he's here. Don't worry. Clint's here. We love him. Okay. Hold on, let me see. Pew Pew Professional. Hold on, did we discuss where you got your shirts from? Is it from the Baby Gap store? I love you, dude. That's good. Dude, you guys are very welcome to give me shit whenever you want. I'm very used to, in fact, I like that. Some, obviously, some people are actually hating. That's a different story. But this stuff is fun. Where do I get my shirts from? Baby Gap. That's correct. I get it from Baby Gap. Well, I actually have them at Classic Firearms. I wish they were tighter. I like tight shirts. How bad is it? Why did you get out of the FBI? Well, because the FBI treated me absolutely horribly in just straight up politics. That's it. That's why I got out of the FBI, guys. I had no other choice but resign. Let's just say that. So FBI did what they do best. Just in the name of politics, cut heads, mess around. But however, I don't hate on the FBI. And there's a reason I don't hate on the FBI, because I was an agent. I work with some great people. So I am fully aware that there are some good agents, but also in my situation where FBI treated me so horribly on this whole political bullshit, good agents, some really good agents with integrity, honesty, came forward and told the FBI, is like, stop. You can't do this shit. So the FBI was like, okay. See what I'm saying? So that's why I left the FBI. So good agents in there. So I don't hate on the entire organization, but it saddens me to see the organization is becoming more political. And I obviously left because of a nonsense political BS. Their loss, man. I was, and by the way, it had nothing to do with my job, by the way. Like my job as an agent, I was freaking doing very well. I was going places. It was completely unrelated to my job. Some bullshit somebody brought up. I was like, what? And from there, the bureau ran with it. And then obviously we proved them that we were innocent, but I didn't want to work there anymore. What else? Any thoughts about working at the CIA? You can, dude. I mean, they recruit all the time. I mean, I work with some of those guys. Some of them are still my friends. Good people. Reno, I'm in North Carolina. I live right in Charlotte, North Carolina. Jeffrey, are we going to win the brace stock rule? I think we are, man. I honestly think the brace rule is dead on water. I think it's going to go away. I've been reading up on it, watching some videos. I think it looks like it's going to go away. I'm glad the FBI is hiring more military vets and not just insurance. Yeah, dude, I'll tell you this: like, I don't recommend anybody blanketly hate on the FBI. The policies of the executive management of the FBI, 100%, I'm with you, 100%. But on the ground level, oh, there are some solid agents, man. Like I know I'm friends with. Obviously, I had some classmates in Quantico. There's some good people in the FBI, dude. There's some good, honest, good humans in there. That's why, like, if anybody's going to hate on the FBI, it should be me because they politically destroyed my career, right? In the name of politics. But I don't hate on them because there's some good people. Due to the action of a few corrupt agents, if they're watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're corrupt. Due to the actions of a couple, I cannot hate on an entire organization because there are some good, honest agents in the FBI. All right. Do you think they pay agents enough in the FBI? You don't work for the FBI for money, man. You really don't. If you go in there for money, you're in the wrong business. However, money's good. Within 5 years, you make 150K. That's good money. Dude, I started when I was in Quantico, I was getting paid nearly 90K a year. That's good money. Let's see what else we got. Do you follow Matt Hoover case? I don't. What's going on with that? Who's that actually? I don't even know. What else? Ooh, divorce 77. That's a good question, man. I like this. What are your thoughts on supersonic versus subsonic 300 blackout for home defense, ballistically speaking? Ballistically speaking, we can just end this conversation right away. Supersonic just simply dominates. Subsonic, you don't get a subsonic round because it's ballistically superior. It just isn't. You get a subsonic round for other benefits that it offers you, such as this drastically decreased noise profile. But ballistically, supersonic, man. Supersonic 300 blackout will, it's not as devastating as a 5.56 when it comes to terminal ballistics effects, right? But it's devastating. On a CQC, like CQB, close quarter combat battle, home defense, devastating. Absolutely. Get yourself a little 7 or 8 inch barrel. Good to go. Little concussive. So, FYI. What else we got? Caleb, does Classic Firearms have an in-person store? Nah. Classic Firearms is strictly online retailer, guys. So, classicfirearms.com. Is Santa real? My friend says he's not real. Your friend is an idiot. He is real. Absolutely. He's real. Keith, optics deal from the German company you're going to market through Classic. Oh, that's right. You're talking about Mac. The goods have just arrived, and I believe they should be at Classic. Literally within a week. Maximum 2 weeks. But I give 7 days from now, should be a Classic. Like they're here. They're already here. We just got to do some paperwork. Okay. And Mac products are going to be exclusively through Classic Firearm. I mean, you'll see it from Classic. So close range, I wonder if sub wouldn't do more damage because it's not going to shoot through up close. Dude, I am not sure what you're saying there. But if you're talking about the 300 blackout, that's the subsonic. Like in a close quarter application, a subsonic 300 blackout is going to do just fine. But it doesn't defeat a body armor. Well, a certain subsonic ones will. I think, yeah. As certain ones will. Dude. Supersonic, man. Subsonic is fun to shoot suppressed. That's it. Do you do firearms training? Like you're talking about if I provide training? With my other business, when I go to Turkey, I train people there. But here, I haven't had the time, man. I really haven't had the time. Maybe someday. But right now, I don't have the time. Dude, Wolf, what caliber would you recommend for hunting deer? Wrong answer only. Now, I'm not qualified to give this answer because I'm not a hunter, although I would love to get into it someday. But based on being in the industry and talking to folks all the time, people are really talking about the 6.5 Creedmoor, man. They're saying the 6.5 Creedmoor is just great for that. So I would just tell you what I heard. Law-abiding savage. Kaya, how often do you visit Turkey? Do you have a house there? I don't have a house there. I generally stay at my brother's. But I have been going ever since I left the bureau or the government, let's just say. I've been going a lot. Like in 2022, I went to Turkey 4 times and I went to Finland. So 5 times I left the US. This year so far, it's been twice. And I will go 1 more before the end of the year. So it'll be 3 times. I don't have a house there. However, there are some projects in Turkey. Like I was offered a pretty good thing from Turkey. It's going to be end of 2024, sometime in 2024. Let's just say not end. That'll probably require me to go there for a month. But it's a big deal. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's very, very excited about that. It's going to be a good project. So I go back and forth. Someday, I think if I just grow my business over there more, I would probably rent an apartment there or just buy something and Airbnb it and go back and forth like that. So. Let's see what else. Would you prefer living in Turkey or here? If I preferred living in Turkey, I would be living in Turkey, bro. So I love America. I'm not leaving America because I'm an American now. Would Classic ever consider a range day for viewers, or is it too liability too high? I personally would love it. I would love to meet you guys in person. Like when we do SHOT Show, the NRA show, like I'm new with the Classic. I'm pretty sure this upcoming SHOT Show will be a little bit better. But meeting some of you guys was really cool. So I love that. Even with my other social media, when I see my followers, I love seeing them. It's a good feeling. So I would like it. I don't know the whole liability end of this and things. I would have to ask. But I feel like beyond the liability, it would be a logistical nightmare, I think. Maybe someday we'll host our own event and you guys can all come. What else? I'm trying to see what questions you guys have. Wait. Randall, magnifier and red dot or LPVO? I like a magnifier and a red dot. Now, obviously, an LPVO is going to be better, as in, like, it's just going to give you that more like an. Okay, let me say this way. A magnifier is just going to give you 3x or no, just 1x, right? You get one magnification, either a 5x, 5, 4, 3, whatever. An LPVO gives you that adjustment depending on the distance, like 1 to 6. 1 to 6 is great, actually, but 1 to 8, some of them are 1 to 10, right? You have those things. So it gives you that great various ranges that you like to adjust based on your needs. Magnifier is not going to give you that. It's just on or off. However, I find an LPVO to be too heavy. Like, I've put a SIG Tango 6 on my US Armsco gun. It was just too heavy, right? So I ditched that to just a good old red dot and a magnifier. I like that. I feel like it's pretty good. A 3X does the job for me just fine for what I need, right? I'm not out there patrolling, right? It's for home defense, or at Classic, we have a 100-yard range, and I don't need any more than a 3X. I just deploy that, bang, 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 good to go. So for most people, I think a good old magnifier and what do you call it? Red dot will be good. However, the LPV also has like lower field of view, so you got to like look through that tube. But I just like that I keep both eyes open, crisp, wide field of view with a red dot. Good to go. I don't know. Pros and cons to both. All right, let's see. What else? Drone, do you like shooting rimfire? Like a 22 caliber, like a rimfire cartridge? They're fun. I mean, obviously plinking with a 22 is a blast. So I do, but center fire due to reliability, obviously, depending on the round too. Brandy, I'm just seeing this. Good night. Glad I caught your life. Didn't pass out after work. That happens sometimes, probably more often than it should. I get it. Brandy, thanks for tuning in. Have a good evening. We'll see you on the next one. Next one should be next Wednesday. Michael, let's see. For an AR-15, vertical grip, angle grip, or hand stop? All three of them. So I like the whole C-clamp grip, okay? I just grab like that. So even if I have a vertical or angled or a hand stop, I just grab it and it kind of stops me right there. Hand stop I find a little bit too aggressive for me. Like, it's just there. Like my pinky, excuse me, it kind of cramps my fingers, right? So I don't personally like the hand stop, but a vertical grip or angled foregrip, both of them good to go for me. I just grab it and it's right there. So in fact, my personal AR-15, like I got multiple, my primary AR-15 now is got the vertical grip. Works great. Oh, Patriot. I'm now seeing this question, man. Sorry about that. Between the Spear LT 556 and a well-tuned direct impingement 556, Daniel Defense, Bravo Company, etc. Which shoots softer? Oh, okay. I'm glad you can fold the stock, but does it shoot softer? I wouldn't say a SIG Spear LT shoots soft. I mean, it shoots like an AR-15 with a 16-inch barrel. I think, what is it? Mid-length gas system? Or is it intermediate? I think they had their own. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyways, I wouldn't say it shoots soft. I certainly wouldn't say it shoots soft. I mean, it's not like a carbine length gas system M4. It doesn't shoot as hard as that, but it doesn't shoot all that soft. Like, in fact, my US Armsco 16-inch barrel rifle shoots softer than a Spear LT. Like Ryan, our guy, the camera guy, production director, I call him. He has his own ADM, I think. Yeah, ADM built AR-15 with a flow-through Huxworks suppressor. That thing shoots much softer than a Spear LT. So I wouldn't say a Spear LT shoots soft. So a well-tuned direct impingement 556 gun will shoot better than, like, a softer than a Spear LT. I mean, I personally have experienced that. Great questions, guys. It's been pretty good. So let's see what else. Wait, daughter, what? Oh, there you go. DeVore, I'm taking my daughter, 9 years old, to the range for the first time on Sunday to shoot a few 22 rifles. Any tips for teaching the young shooters? Well, first of all, I'm glad you're doing that, because it's better for you to take them out and actually show them how things are properly than them kind of like be curious and try to do it themselves, God forbid, and there's an accident, right? We don't want that. The thing is, you just want to make sure that you ease them into it, because if they're like really scared right off the bat, you're just going to lose them. So I wouldn't take him, a younger person, like especially a first timer, around a place where people are shooting all these various calibers and they're dumping mags. It's loud, too much going on, sensory overload. I wouldn't recommend that. Somewhere maybe a little bit more quiet. Maybe you can have a little one-on-one. You can actually talk to him or her, right? And that way the person can focus on what you're saying, and there's not this sensory overload where they're just thrown off and they're now scared because it's loud, right? Even with ear protection, because that's happened to me before. So make sure that you go at a time where it's kind of a little bit quiet. And when it comes to teaching, teach them the fundamentals. Okay, you're gonna don't let them go live right away. Okay. In fact, for quite some time, they should just go dry. Kind of show the gun, how it is, how to hold it, because they're kids too. They learn things real fast. They like soak up things like sponge. So do a little dry fire, get them in the right position, how to hold the gun this way, how to load it, kind of like teach them all that stuff. And then once the kid is a little bit comfortable with how to hold, then you give them one round at a time. Initially, just one bullet. Okay. Let them fire. How did it feel? Like that. Ease them into it. You'll be able to earn them a lot better that way. All right. What else? It's an outdoor range. Okay, perfect. That's even better. So just ease them into it. First, a little bit dry, some of the fundamentals, and then just one round at a time. Then you can give them a couple, 2 more, 3, and depending on how you see fit, give them more rounds. But don't try to go like 0 to 100 right away. And what else? Man, I'm losing some of this. Okay. Well, anyways, guys, it's been, I see like 2 hours and 10 minutes I've been on. Okay. By the way, have you guys noticed my shirt? I'm going to remove this thing. There you go. See? Oh, better. Oh, yeah. One of my favorite shirts. I wear this as much as I can. If I could wear different shirts at classic videos, I'd probably wear this. But anyways, yes, pew pew, motherfuckers. That's what it says. My cat. Anyways, it's been a pleasure. It was a good live stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I think I'm gonna cut loose. It's 9 p.m. I'm an old man. It's about my bedtime. So shower a little bit and get cleaned up. Go to sleep. Thanks a lot for coming in, guys. Anybody who obviously donated super chat, thanks. Thanks for all of the questions. We'll see you at Classic Firearms. Remember to follow us on Rumble. We got Twitter. Rumble, like unedited stuff. So definitely check us out on Rumble. Get on the email list, guys. Trust me, you're going to have some good stuff. You're going to get all those notifications that you may miss otherwise. So do that. And every Wednesday, today's another Thursday because I really couldn't yesterday. I was working. I left the range really late. And Beyonce had a concert here. I couldn't get home in time. So that's why I'm streaming today. Every Wednesdays between 6 and 7 p.m. Eastern, I live stream here. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your business. Appreciate your attention. Appreciate your attendance today. And I'll see you next Wednesday. You guys take care and be safe. Bye-bye. Shutting it down.